Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 90th Minute. We are your hosts. We got Waz, Lucas, Rasta, Maddie, and myself, Liam. If you are new to the podcast, please make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube, hit like on this video, and comment down below. Get involved with our conversations today. Give us your thoughts and opinions, and give us your questions for next week's podcast. If you are listening to us on audio apps, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your support on there. Hit follow and share us with your friends. Help us get our name out there, especially on those audio apps. Not everyone knows we are on it.
If you're listening on audio, thank you for listening. We appreciate your time. You guys are legends.
Yes. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/the 90th Minute Official, as well as TikTok and Instagram. Links are all down in the description. Boys, big week of football to discuss. It is like minus 35 outside right now. It is middle of winter, but you know what? That's actually a good talking point because we have a fantastic offer from the guys over at Manscaped. If you don't know, the 90th Minute has been sponsored by Manscaped for quite some time now. Manscaped.com. If you use code 90th at checkout, you get 20% off plus free shipping. So, like I said, middle of winter, and it's nasty outside. So that hibernation, the bush down there, you don't want that, especially with Valentine's Day right around the corner. Luckily, our guys over at Manscaped specialize in products to make you, a little cleaner.
Less gross.
Keep your snowballs fresh, as Manscaped says. They got the best tools for your male grooming experience. That includes the fantastic Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer. It's the best in male hygiene. It's just, the ceramic coated blades, the advanced skin guard safe technology. You're not going to cut yourself. It's got 7,000 RPM motor, slow and steady wins the race. You're going to absolutely clean yourself up for whatever Valentine's Day has and just keep yourself clean for winter. It is also waterproof. Take in the shower, do your business in there. Now, on that special Valentine's Day, if you want to get yourself smelling good, use the refined cologne. Brand new to Manscaped.
Unbox that
Send
for
it
me.
over to us. Delicious. As the box says, a modern statement of refinement and masculinity. This clean and manually scent will inspire the confidence to conquer all. Straight up, it's a great package, and it's a great smelling cologne. I know Wazinho likes it. I like it. I've used it quite a bit, actually. It's good. It's great stuff. Thanks to the guys over at Manscaped. Use code 90th. Get 20% off plus free shipping. Their products are already reasonably priced. This just makes it even more better. So, let's get into the actual week of football. There was a lot of big moments. Lucas is going to be on the hot seat first, I believe, here.
Yeah.
Do we win?
Barcelona won?
Trincao. 87th minute.
There you go, Barcelona. We'll talk about that Liga later on. But Liverpool. Oh, boy, Liverpool. Lucas. Oh, boy. Talk.
That result is
Sadness.
not great.
4-1 loss against Manchester City. That's 3 losses in a row at Anfield. Absolute shocking scenes. It was a complete dismantlement. We got to give huge credit to Manchester City. Not only are they just playing fantastically at the moment, but they're keeping teams off the score sheet. I mean, Liverpool were able to get a penalty through Mohamed Salah, but oh man, it's looking real good for the Blues. Liverpool they're in the mud.
Yeah. I mean, Liverpool did get a penalty. They did have some good chances in the first half. Motinay should have done better on the header from Trent early, and then also Firmino had a nice try from a half volley, top of the box sort of thing, but it wasn't enough. Liverpool just weren't able to show really much offensively during the second half, or at least not enough, and also created some mistakes. And when you make mistakes against Manchester City, like Alisson unfortunately did twice, you get some easy goals, and Manchester City got those goals.
They capitalized, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 0-0 at halftime. Man City did have a penalty which Ilkay Gundogan put over the bar. The man doesn't miss too many penalties, but he did miss that one. It was like, wow, a bit of hope maybe for Liverpool. But Gundogan does come out in the second half, only minutes into the second half, and does make it 1-0 before Mohamed Salah does score that penalty. But then Manchester City, they turned up the pressure. Like Lucas said, the 2 mistakes through Alisson giving the ball away. Yes, those were personal individual errors. yes, maybe the Man City press did affect. According to Jurgen Klopp, it was Alisson had cold feet, so his kicking wasn't the best. Jurgen, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to deflect. You're trying to take the blame onto yourself.
Is that a quote?
That's not the best.
Is that an actual? Did he actually say that?
Yes, his feet
my
were
God,
cold.
Jurgen.
His feet were cold.
Did he actually?
No, for
That
real.
was Jurgen Klopp's. Yes, he did. Yes.
Where did you get
His
that
post-match
from?
interview.
Did you hear it?
His post-match interview. I watched it.
He literally said that. Wow.
He said his
trying to
feet
find
were
it.
cold.
Did he mean it like metaphorically, like he had cold feet, or literally like the guy's feet were cold?
I believe he meant he had chilly toes.
Lucas, what does it say?
I don't know. I can't find it.
If he says
Liam, we might be calling cap on that.
I watched it on the
can-
game.
We've already said enough things in this podcast before where they actually ended up not being true.
There we go. There we go. Right there. I don't know if you can read that. Is it backwards for you guys? I mean, read it. Maybe he had cold feet or something. I know that sounds funny, but it could be. That was his official quote after the game.
Yeah, he did say that.
He did. He did.
Wow, yeah.
I'm not. I watched it. I was there. No cap, son. But anyways.
No, I won't lie. You know, Liverpool didn't play bad in the first half. They weren't, the worst. It's just I feel like a lot of mistakes basically
I
just
feel like Man City was
ended
in
them.
the seat for a majority of that game.
Yeah,
I would agree
yeah.
with Walsh to an extent. Liverpool had good moments. They had good pressure. But yeah, they couldn't put that final touch, the kind of final movement. Credit to the City backline, Ruben Diaz and John Stones. Yet again, were more than all right. I think they were very good actually. Yes, those two Alisson mistakes are what is going to dominate headlines. They turned the tide. They turned all the pressure onto Liverpool, and Man City took full advantage. Phil Foden, brilliant performance from him.
Baller.
Raheem Sterling,
Just a fucking
his
baller.
best ever performance,
Yeah.
I'd say, against Liverpool especially. Phil Foden deserves a ton of credit. The guy was great. I mean, his assist was fantastic. Ultimately, Manchester City are in the driving seat of this title race, and I don't see them getting out of it. They're such a good run of form right now.
Way too good right now.
14 matches, only 4 goals conceded.
There's a funny quote from Pep Guardiola after the game. You are looking for excuses when you complain. When you make excuses, you can't perform. Excuses don't work in sport. I am not judging what the other managers say. Jurgen said we had 2 weeks off. What's his purpose for that was, I don't know.
Yeah, Pep was really pissed when he said
A
that.
little bit of a there was a little bit of battle of the words between the two managers leading
Pep
up
makes
to
a
this
lot of
match. It kind of
excuses
boiled
too. So I don't know
over.
what the fuck he's talking about.
He definitely does.
I think all managers tend to make a lot of excuses, especially top managers. I guess there's so much on the line, so many points, money
What is
actually
going on
on
for
the line. You think
Liverpool,
about, but we were talking on the live stream. I know, Ferguson back in his day, regarded as the greatest manager of all time, he had a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
There's one time where it's like I think Fabio or Rafael, they got sent off against Bayern Munich in 2010, and he said, "Oh, typical Germans trying to get him sent off.
Yeah.
The officiating was bad, and you can't blame Rafael, the poor lad. He's just a young boy. You know, it's like a lot of managers make excuses. Jurgen Klopp is just becoming a trend. Like every week, he's saying something. We know Pep has had his moments.
We could talk about. I mean, Liverpool have had a tough year in terms of injuries. I mean, they're missing so many key players. I mean, it was always going to be a big mountain to climb this season with all the injuries. But this is such a weird Liverpool right now. I mean, the Brighton loss, the West Brom loss, and now the Man City dismantling. I mean,
It was a Burnley loss. We drew West Brom.
Yeah.
Burnley. Sorry. But it just losses to low sides, and then just an absolute dismantling by Manchester City. I
didn't see this.
I know during the live stream I was maybe a bit bold in my shout of this could be a big changing of the guard at Liverpool in terms of players leaving. I could see a number of players leaving this guy. Divock Origi, Shaqiri, James Milner, potentially
those
either
are the
Salah
biggest
or
losses.
Mane. They are though because they're playing a lot of games right now. Gini
Divock,
Wijnaldum's going to be
Shaqiri,
leaving.
Milner. Those are players that are replaceable. Those are fringe players, in my opinion, at
Milner's
least.
a pretty big Pretty
I
big
don't know,
figure in the
Milner.
dressing room.
I mean, I guess yes, but
look how many games
Shaqiri,
Shaqiri's played this
Origi.
season. Look at how many
They'll-
games.
I mean, I'll agree that Jurgen Klopp, he needs to start trying to build his second team for the next 5 seasons if he wants to stay at Liverpool. I know, Lucas, you said at the end of his contract he's done with football. Or there's that talk.
Oh, he said he'd take a sabbatical. I'm pretty sure.
So I think he just needs to try to build a second team if he can with whatever resource they have. I mean, Thiago's at the club. People have judged him harshly. I mean, he didn't look terrible in that game, but
my dad's hot take today was Thiago does not suit the English game. He should go back to Bayern.
I mean, I guess
he thought he was just non-existent in that game. Which I mean,
give it a year.
Bit,
Wait till next season. People will start praising him once Liverpool go back on another role. It's just been a tough season for Liverpool in general with all the injuries, and system changes they've had to adjust. So.
Ultimately, though, that does drop Liverpool down to 4th on 40 points, 10 points behind City. City have a game in hand. City are they're rampant. They are absolutely rampant right now. They're in champion cruising form, and it's going to take something special to beat them and put a couple of goals past them.
It's weird because we've seen teams like City go on rolls like this before, and all of a sudden they'll have the weird last year against Liverpool where they seemed unstoppable, and they lose to Watford.
But the thing about this roll is
those things could happen.
This is near the end of the season. They look
insane.
Yeah, this roll's at the beginning and they fell off. I would understand, but this roll is
Well, let's talk about some of the other. Let's move on from Liverpool. Let's talk about some of the other big teams because the Sunday fixtures all had pretty big teams involved. We'll quickly talk about the Wolves versus Leicester game because it was a 0-0. It was an all-right game. It was a good, even contest. I thought Adama actually probably had one of his better games as of recently. Jamie Vardy did come on for Leicester, which is a good sign for them, but ultimately, 0-0, Leicester will be disappointed. Tottenham, they pick up a 2-0 victory over West Brom. Great to see Harry Kane back. Of course, all the rumors were he was going to be out for 8 months. That is not true. He's back, and he scored a goal. Good for Spurs.
We also saw Big Sam with a big header. And
you mentioned that.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think the main cameras got it, but you could see the ball was falling down, and you see a big guy head the ball, and people are just saying it's Big Sam. And also, Big Sam had a fake throw, and he got the ball and pretended to throw it in. Big
Sam was on the banter. At the banter, the new White Hart Lane.
I don't know how that guy keeps getting jobs.
Because he keeps teams up, man. Except West Brom. They don't look like they're staying up. And then the final game of Sunday was a very interesting Chelsea versus Sheffield United. It ends 2-1 Chelsea, but I'll tell you, Sheffield United were I'm going to argue we're deserving of a point in this one. It was 30 seconds in. 30 seconds in, they should have scored. Oliver Burke was through on goal, and he put it just wide. They had a penalty which was taken off by VAR for an offside. There was a few controversial moments. There was a penalty awarded to Chelsea, which Jorginho did score to make it the game-winning goal. But at the end, there was a big old bicycle kick attempt in the 95th minute. It's a great save by Mendy, but I just love seeing Sheffield United with a bicycle kick. It's just things you love to see. But it is a 2-1 victory for Chelsea, which means Thomas Tuchel has not lost yet in Chelsea management. So credit to him. Let's move on to Saturday, though, and now we're going to move on to Manchester United. Oh, boy.
What a match. From a neutral perspective, this is a great game.
Yeah, Dominic.
I won't lie, man. I thought we had this game in the second half. I thought we
3 goals, 3 shots on target. Banter.
I mean, shocking defense, essentially. Shocking defending.
It started off so well for you, though. I mean, the first half, we went 2-0. Cavani scoring and Bruno scoring what you said was the goal of the season.
Arguably one of the goals of the season. Have you seen it?
I'm going to check this out.
Oh, yeah, it's mad.
The keeper was a little bit off his line, but it was a good goal.
But that's just Bruno's, genius. He sees the keeper a bit off, and he's like, I'm going to dink it over.
I'm going to dink it over him.
It's going to be a goal that you're going to be seeing for years. But unfortunately, that goal doesn't matter when we drew Everton 3-3 because the defense decides we don't know what to do.
Yeah,
we don't know how to defend. Harry Maguire, I've been praising him all season, and then he has a shocker this kind of match. Like, man, wake up. This is why we're not going to win the title anytime soon. Give it 2 seasons maybe. But Harry Maguire, Lindelof, you guys are shocking. That was a shocking
It's actually pronounced Lindelof. Okay.
Is it actually? Am I going to get slack for saying
that's how I pronounce it? Lindelof.
I posted TikTok the other day, and I got slammed in the comments for mispronouncing Sergio Ramos. It's Ramos, not I said Ramos.
You did say Ramos. Kind of dumb.
I thought
you
Ramos.
said it okay.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I thought it was all right, but to move back to the match, first 10 minutes of the second half, Everton come out and score two, Doucouré and James Rodriguez. So 2-2.
So fast.
It was drama. Scotty McTominay just scored in the 70th minute. I go, that's it. They're done. You know, they've sealed the points. It was a good goal by Scotty McT. I like that one.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing well.
Everton were pushing right at the very end. They had a free kick, and Castro, I watched his clip. He goes, saying the goalkeeper, what's he going to do? Is he going to score a goal? And then, Harry Maguire keeps the entire back line on side.
Yeah.
And Dominic Calvert-Lewin is there to bundle it home. 95th minute. The man does the Didier Drogba celebration. I love that. Banter! I love you some Dominic. I wish Greg was here. Greg loves him as well. But no, it was not the result you needed. If you're trying to keep pace with Manchester City, you needed the 3 points there. You draw points at home.
We need consistent defending. That's simple as that.
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah. But yeah, Cavani for us, he stepped up. He's playing really well. He's probably been one of our best signings this summer, I think.
That's time out here. Lucas just broke his entire system.
Oh, I didn't see
It was a good goal, was actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the goal of the season.
No. But at the time, you see that going in, you're like, oh my day. I think if Bobby Firmino hit that one strike in the City game, that would have been better, but...
So drop points for United at Old Trafford. Yeah. It does put them in second still.
It's wild because, you go from beating Southampton 9-0 to this.
I mean, you scored 3 goals. Like, you just conceded 3.
We did. If we can just fine-tune the back line, maybe we can actually challenge next season. And maybe Van de Beek could have more playing time.
Same thing I told you.
I've been telling you once.
Your back line is shit.
It's not good enough.
I mean, it's been playing better than usual this season, but performances like this are inexcusable.
You are 5 points behind City. They do have a game in hand. You need them to slip up. I mean, I know you do. You play City once, so I mean.
So the thing is, we need them to slip up, but we're slipping a little bit. But I was gonna say credit to Everton. I mean, James played well. Doucouré, I mean, let's talk about really quickly that 9-0 victory against Southampton, because that was huge. We did a watch along of that. I kind of felt bad for Southampton. I won't lie. It just seems so depressing. They got a player sent off in the second minute. What are you gonna do about that? You basically shot yourself in the foot at that point, and we routed them. It's simple as that. And then Jan Bednarik gets sent off, unfortunately, and the penalty Martial scores. Jan Bednarik, he was walking down the tunnel, and he was even saying, Martial even said it's not a card, it's not foul. Martial even said it.
There's a ton of VAR moments we're going to discuss.
This whole week has been VAR.
Even the Liverpool one?
Every week is VAR. The VAR
is not as stunning. It's not the Liverpool one wasn't as stunning as some of the other ones were, but it's just not a good call.
Oh yeah, Matt. Oh yeah, Matt was not a fan of Mo Salah's little.
No. Well, it's not Mo Salah's fault, man. It's the referee.
It is.
If you can't put your hand on someone,
yeah.
You talked about the midweek fixtures. Like I said, we did the live stream with United versus Southampton 9-0. To talk about a team that had a bad week, I would look to Arsenal. Saturday, they did lose 1-0 versus Aston Villa. Villa were deserving of that win. I thought Arsenal were just all-around poor. Nothing incredible for them. But they also, midweek, they lost 2-1 versus Wolves.
That was a bad game.
Last-minute winner. It was a very exciting game. I like that one.
It wasn't a last-minute winner.
Wolves was not near the end.
No.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was João Moutinho. I'm sorry. I thought it was that. Yeah. No, it was the red cards. I'm sorry. I got it mixed up with the previous one for Wolves. But yes, it was the João Moutinho really good goal, and then the 2 red cards. David Luiz very debatably sent off, and then Bertolino decides he wants to play volleyball, maybe. I don't know what he was thinking there. But no, Wolves, that was a big result for them. They got a point against Leicester as well, so that's a good week for Wolves. But Arsenal, not good results.
It's a good week.
They're definitely lost their form. Do you want to move on to the other game that we did as a live stream? Fulham versus West Ham United. I know it ended 0-0, but just the VAR drama. Thomas Souček should not have been sent off. Disgusting. He lifted his arm and he just got sent off. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Mitrovic is going, no, that's not a red card. I'm talking about a foul. What are you doing, referee? I was upset.
I mean, there's been so many ridiculous calls, like we mentioned, like the midweek one, David Luiz and Bednarik. Bednarik gets rescinded by the end of the week, but
Immediately afterwards.
and then David Luiz, they're like, nah, that one's fine.
Yeah, I saw the David Luiz incident. I was very confused. So there was people trying to make like the reasoning to what behind it. And also, like it was the West Ham game, right, against Fulham.
Yeah.
More controversy. Like with the red card on Thomas Suchek?
Yeah, like we
In the
said,
97
it was pretty much
97th
an
minute.
accident, and then
he just raised his arm. I know that there was people on the responding to because the Premier League put out tweets, oh, red card for Thomas, and people responding going, he raised his elbow. Whenever you raise your arm, you run the risk of a red card. And the guy responded with, he's 6'4", so him raising his arm is at everyone else's head height, basically. Plus, it's not like he was bang. It was just, I'm just gonna raise my arm, and he happened to turn, and Mitrovic was there. It's accidental. I don't know how it's a record. I don't know how it's been rescinded yet. I don't know what's going on.
I was gonna mention on the Thomas Suchek incident. He did post on Twitter saying, "I spoke with Alexander Mitrovic in and after the game, and he said to me that our duel was fair. I thank him for that. And unfortunately, the referee had a different opinion. Anyone who knows me, I would never mean to harm another player. I am sorry for this moment and otherwise great season. Really nice fair play moment from Alexander." And then here's some dumb replies like, "No, it was intentional, and your immediate response to it proved it. No big deal. Referee was right." And then why did he roll around the floor if it was fair? If he didn't do that,
you can't expect people to be smart though. Was you kind of just gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas Tuchel, don't credit him. He's been having a great season for West Ham. We've also been just having a really good year. They're fifth in the league right now.
They're
sixth. They're sixth.
They're doing extremely well.
After Chelsea's result, they're sixth.
On Saturday, there was also a big game. Yet another poor result for Southampton as they concede 3 versus Newcastle. Newcastle win 3-2. The team that just sits back and defends goes out and scores 3. So, huge result for Newcastle as they're sitting down there near the bottom. They want to get some points going, get 3 goals. That's great. Southampton, man, I don't know what's going on.
No, they're probably just still kind of stunned and shocked. I mean, wow, they've dropped 12th in the league, actually. Yeah, you're not wrong, Liam. Did 5 in a row lost?
I mean Southampton's been having some terrible injury problems recently.
They have.
And yeah, it's not helping them at all, especially because they play a pretty high intensity style. They did get Minamino on loan, and he scored on his debut. So maybe all Minamino needed was some time at Southampton before going to Liverpool.
That's usually how it is.
Unfortunately, their last win was against Liverpool.
To finish off Saturday quickly, there was a 1-1 draw between Burnley and Brighton. Not much there in terms of a bottom of the table clash. I mean, they both get a point. Also,
which means
midweek,
Liam didn't watch it, which is fair enough. I didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch it, but I think I was at work. That's why I didn't watch it. No, I was just busy. I don't remember what I was
You're
doing.
watching the other game.
That is true. That's what I was doing. Thursday, there was Tottenham versus Chelsea. We were going to do a live stream, but we didn't. Thank God we didn't. 1-0. Boring. Terrible.
That was an
crap.
Awful game.
Jorginho scores a penalty and the game's done.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
It's like paint, watching paint dry.
I know lots of Spurs fans were saying Mourinho out. He's had his time. His play style is bad. Everything. I don't know.
I'm not surprised they're complaining about him because it is a very boring play style. I never really enjoyed Mourinho much. There's a reason why I praise Solskjaer so much is because Mourinho made you want to claw your eyes out sometimes.
There was some Wednesday fixtures as well. We'll quickly go through them. Man City beat Burnley 2-0. Leicester beat Fulham 2-0. Everton got a 2-1 victory over Leeds United, which was actually a decent match. I watched that one. West Ham, they got a huge victory, 3-1 over Aston Villa. That was a big result for them, actually. They performed very, very well. And then Brighton with a 1-0 victory over Liverpool. You absolutely love to see it. Sucks to be you, Lucas.
There's a lot of football to cover with the Premier League. There's like 2 matches a week almost. So apologies we don't cover everything. It's just a lot to cover.
Not in depth, at least.
Do you think there's too much football on right now?
No, it's great. You love to see it.
I love it, but sometimes it's hard to keep up.
Love to see it. To look forward, Monday when this podcast goes up on Monday, there is the Leeds United versus Crystal Palace. I think this should be an okay game. I'm looking forward to this one. Saturday sees Leicester versus Liverpool.
Very early
You
in
need
the
a
morning.
result there. You also
Very
got
doubtful
Manchester
we'll
City.
stream that game. Unless Lucas or Greg want to wake up and stream that game, be my guess.
What time is it?
But it's 5:30 in the a.m. for us.
5:30.
No, fuck that. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah. There's also a Manchester City
not
versus
going to
Tottenham. Huge game there. Can City keep their streak going? On Sunday, we see Southampton Wolves. We see Arsenal Leeds and Everton Fulham. So lots of football coming your way. Stay tuned for that. Or, of course, our next podcast and our potential live streams.
Yeah.
Make sure you are subscribed. Where should we move next?
I mean, I'm watching the Barcelona highlights as we speak, so maybe we should head there.
Let's
Yeah,
head
we
over
usually
to
don't
La
start off with La
Liga.
Liga, so let's hit it off. Yeah.
How the fuck we
Barcelona,
won?
they're in all right form right now. You're in good form right now. You are. Last 5 games have been victories. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
And Griezmann scoring goals.
Antoine. Good
And
job.
we had a big comeback in Copa del Rey.
Yeah, you guys
We
were
did.
literally
We're
seconds
nearly
away from being
knocked out.
eliminated, and then
Yep.
you tie it up last minute to score 3 more goals in extra time. Now you play
see it.
Sevilla in the semifinals, and if you win that, you might have to play Athletic Bilbao in another final.
So you did
I
win
hope
today, 3-2 over, was it Real Betis? That's a good game, actually. I did not know who they were playing.
Yeah, we still can't really defend.
Yeah, it's okay. You're scoring goals.
But Griezmann is looking good. Griezmann and Ousmane Dembele are looking very good.
That Barcelona Real Betis matchup, it reminded me of something I did a few days ago, as I was looking for some Ray Hudson commentary for a video, and I saw one, the time where Messi made Ray Hudson cry, and
Ray Hudson loves Lionel Messi.
yes, and it was the matchup I think 4 years ago between Barcelona and Real Betis, where Messi scored a hat trick and it was capped off with a chip from like outside the box, bar down.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
what a goal that is, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that was a good goal.
Dude, Trinch. No, I'm talking about this. Trinch scored a banger in the 87th minute.
But Ray Hudson went on this long monologue, and his partner is like, "Ray, are you crying?"
Sometimes you gotta appreciate beauty, man. Football is
But it
beautiful
is.
at times. To talk about other big clubs in Spain, Real Madrid, they picked up a 2-1 victory over Huesca. Not the best of results. They're in a bit of a mess. I know Zinedine Zidane, before the match, he went on a bit of a tirade at a reporter because he asked him if he's going to be there next season. He goes, "If you don't like me, just say it to my face. You don't want me here next season, I can leave." It was like,
Jesus,
Zidane,
chill the
relax.
fuck
It's
out,
okay.
bro.
It's okay, man. It's all right.
Inbound before headbutt. Reporter's mic just goes flying.
Sevilla, they picked up a 3-0 victory over Getafe.
I'm sorry.
They're all right.
It's just this really weird thought in my mind. It's like the dad
So
getting
necessary.
angry. You can see the head, the
He's
red,
just-
the forehead getting red and shaking. You really want to do this, man?
The entire room of reporters, one by one, bang, bang.
Earthquake starts shaking.
My God.
I'm sorry. I love Zidane. It's just I don't know why.
What are we talking about right now?
Tomorrow,
it's all
the
the medication.
Monday match, Atletico Madrid hosts Celta Vigo. We'll see if they continue their winning form.
Probably.
Atletico Madrid have been so good this season. They deserve the La Liga title. They really
Well,
do.
they're gonna get it because they are.
Yeah, likely.
They
What?
are. They are.
They're 7 points ahead with 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the unfortunate part is that La Liga is shaping up as it always is. Atletico, Barca, Real Madrid. It's just a little bit different. But
It's nice
Sevilla's
that
in
Atletico
fourth.
are on. It's nice that
Sevilla's
Atletico
in
are
the
on top,
title
though.
race. They have 42 points though.
They're not.
Well, not title race,
Yeah.
but we're top 3. I could see
Yes.
Real Madrid going to 4th and Sevilla 3rd, but it's still Champions League. It's not like they're going to Europa League. Villarreal they've drawn 4 straight games, it seems. I
Yeah,
think.
they've really
Yeah.
dropped the ball
So-
there. They could have probably been
Same with
ahead of
Sol-
Barcelona.
Same with Sociedad,
Yeah.
who's first in the league to start for the first couple of weeks, and they're
They
6th. So
Yep, they've dropped it.
yeah,
I'm just amazed Barcelona in second right now.
Yeah, you guys won 5 in a row at least.
I mean,
in
you're
La
in
Liga.
good
I'm
form.
actually well.
You're
I'm
in
actually
good
well
form.
proud. Well proud of the lads right now.
mean,
We're actually doing quite well.
You're turning around. I mean, I would like to see if Barcelona can at least challenge Atletico Madrid, but then again, Atletico have only conceded 10 goals all season, so
They're 7 points
defensively,
ahead.
they're solid as usual, and they're actually
And they're
scoring goals. I mean, they
2
scored
games
40
ahead.
goals. They got Luis Suarez, man. What a pickup that was. That's
Yeah.
got to be the signing of this season, 100%.
probably.
What
He's
a
got
pickup.
14 goals right now. So
He's been brilliant.
yeah,
Messi's
Barcelona,
right
you
behind
let him
though.
go for financial, but I mean, what a guy to let go.
I mean, he wasn't
Okay.
performing too well with Barcelona. Well, at least lots of
But
frustrations from
nobody
Barcelona.
was, because Barcelona was all talking about Bartomeo's paradise, man. They were all upset and
But,
angry.
I bet Suarez and Messi are probably texting each other. Hey man, want to race the Golden Boot?
I miss you, Luis.
that's
It's
that's
okay,
fine.
Lionel. I miss you too.
They're just gonna fuck off to Miami together.
They're gonna be comparing Golden Boots. Which one's shinier?
David Beckham.
Those guys are just fucking besties.
I got a couple years left, David. Call me up when you're ready. I'll come to the MLS and we'll fuck shit up.
Let's go to Miami.
David would love that. David would be so
watch
excited.
PK go with him.
Oh, why
Oh my
not?
god.
Just bring the squad. Bring Xavi. Xavi can be the manager. We'll just do it.
Yeah.
It's Barca 2.0.
No, it's gonna be Phil Neville apparently.
Phil Neville.
Oh, David, come on, David.
Dave's just hooking up. It's like when Jurgen Klopp
He's hooking up his boys with some.
when Jurgen Klopp
jobs.
got a throw-in coach. It was just his old friend from Germany.
No.
It was like David Beckham just said they're going, hey, you need a job. Get the squad back together.
Throwing
Let's
coach
do it."
actually helped Liverpool quite a bit, to be fair.
No,
throw-in
because he
coach.
still lost to Brighton.
They can throw the ball now, quite far.
Germany or Italy? Where do you want Wazinho, baby?
I don't want to talk about Italy for a couple.
Let's go to Germany. I was watching a bit Bundesliga.
I'm fed
Waz's
up with
favorite
Italy.
club, Borussia Mönchengladbach, they lost to
That was a
Köln.
good game. Actually, the first half was good, but yeah, no, I watched a bit of Köln versus Mönchengladbach. I probably butchered that. I'm sorry. It's what I do.
Köln.
2-1 FC Köln. Elvis Rekshabash. I probably butchered that. One of the coolest names I think I've seen in football. This guy, I don't know, very hard to pronounce name, but interesting enough, at the end of the match, FC Köln, they were celebrating so hard because it's a huge derby in Germany. No fans, unfortunately. But what they did instead was they went to Gladbach's. They went to the corner flag. They picked it up. They put the kit on the corner flag and started like waving it. Like I'm like, this is wow.
As you
Good.
do.
I'm like,
That's-
this-
That's good.
Imagine if they did that in front of fans. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So
It's okay.
Because
That'd
those
be
two
bad.
clubs don't like each other.
because when they won, it looked like they won a title or something. They were so happy and jubilant. I'm like, wow, this is
Lee
this,
Griffiths
this
once
is German
wiped his-
football.
He once wiped his nose on the Rangers corner flag.
Oh, that's bad.
That was great.
That's kind of funny.
There's some big results though in Germany because Borussia
Yeah.
Dortmund are once again officially out of the title race as they lose 2-1 to Freiburg.
But a
Good
10-year-old
job,
did score a
Dortmund.
goal.
Yes, Mukoko. He did score a goal. Good for him. But yeah, you guys are
Yeah, you guys are out.
bad.
Yeah,
You're
I was-
currently sixth.
I was watching that match for a little bit, but then I had to go. I think I left at halftime, and when I come back and see they're losing, I'm like, what? They weren't playing that bad. What happened?
Imagine being 16 points behind Bayern Munich and letting a 16-year-old only score goals for you. That's rough.
Yeah,
Fucking tragedy.
yeah. Dortmund really lost the plot this season. You could kind of compare it to the last few years with Liverpool. Like they
Bro, if they don't sort out this shit, they're gonna have no European football.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
honestly. And then I think Mr. Haaland will go, I've got a buyout clause. I'm just going to skedaddle, make like a noodle.
If they don't get into the Champions League, he's fucking
I mean,
leaving. I'm
Dortmund
putting
might
money.
just try to sell him this summer because his bio clause.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. But look, so you got Haaland, you have Jadon Sancho, you have Gio Reyna to an extent. You
Gio
have
Reyna
a lot
will
of
stay.
young talent that's probably, but I'm saying you have a lot of young talent that these more these bigger European teams they go, hey, let's pick you up for semi cheap because your club's in the fucking bin.
Well-
Come on over.
I think you could compare this to the time where before Favre came to the club, where I think they sold a handful of players for a good sum of money, and then they reinvested that money into a better team that could compete for the title and really should have won the title, at least in one of those two seasons. But I think you can compare that to that. Dortmund, unfortunately, won't be able to compete with Bayern, probably won't be able to win the Champions League this season, and they have Haaland, whose release clause is available for 2022, but they could probably sell him for more this year.
They should, because if they don't if they can squeak themselves into Champions League football, I have no doubts he'll stay at all. Same with Jadon
I
Sancho.
heard somewhere that
But
United were backing the interest for Haaland.
I heard
They
City
always
were
are.
the main targets now.
they're not
Could you
going to
imagine? Could
who-
you imagine
who- who-
Manchester City with Haaland over? Oh my god!
And not just Haaland, Messi.
Dude, if Manchester City gets Haaland and Messi, you guys are fucked.
I don't want to watch Premier League anymore.
They could
I
play-
mean,
they
we're
could play
fucked too, but you guys are fucked too. So it's okay.
They gotta play like a
Apologies if
3-2-5.
we're mispronouncing Haaland's name. We got stick for that as well. So sorry. So we're Canadian.
They could
sorry.
up front. They could have.
Yeah,
They could have
I'm not
Raheem
Norwegian,
Sterling.
so leave me alone.
Yeah.
They could have Raheem Sterling. You had to put Phil Foden, Haaland,
Well, here's the thing.
Messi. Do you put I don't know, Gabigol maybe? Aguero's still there. Like,
Liam, here's the thing from Martha. If Messi leaves Barca at the end of the season, PSG and Man City are his potential destinations. PSG will be forced to reduce their salary budget to accommodate Messi, and will have to sell Mbappe. Apparently, Liverpool are a very serious option for him, as Klopp loves Mbappe.
I don't
That's
buy
not
that. That's
gonna happen.
Mark.
No.
I don't really
Yeah,
buy
Let me tell
anything
you
from
how
Mark.
PSG can
I
get
don't
Messi
buy
without
it.
having to let go of fucking Mbappe. It's not happening. No way. There's
Yeah, but
no.
but what I see with Dortmund, I could see them selling both Haaland and Sancho in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised with that, and
yeah, I
using
do.
that money to just rebuild the squad and make it better overall, improve that back
Build
line,
around
try to make
Lukaku.
they need some stability in terms of management, in terms of coaching, and just this is our game plan. This is how we're gonna get there. Let's take 3-4 seasons to get to where we want to be, and then become consistent challengers to Bayern Munich. Not just
And they're gonna
we
get
have
a good
one
coach
season
next
and then
summer.
we come down.
They're gonna get a good
you
coach
think?
next summer. Like, there's always rumors of Marco Rosa. There's been rumors about Ten Hag. I'm sure a good coach is going to go there.
Ten Hag would be a good shout.
yeah.
Just to talk quickly about Lionel Messi, I don't think he'll ever leave Barcelona. I mean,
It's not looking likely right now.
he's a one club man in my opinion. He's securing the whole goddamn bank, so I mean the man's not gonna leave there.
I kind of
sure
hope he now doesn't, because I don't want to see him at PSG or City.
Yeah, neither do I. Just to chop off the Bundesliga, Florian Wirtz became the first player in Bundesliga history to score 5 Bundesliga goals before his 18th birthday.
Kid's good.
bad.
So
He's good.
maybe he'll go to Dortmund to replace Haaland.
He's not a striker.
have
He's like a
Lukaku.
attacking midfielder.
I think I'm
Oh,
cool.
okay,
Lukaku.
Bayern Munich, they did 1-0 over Hertha Berlin. Kingsley Coman scored in the 21st minute. It
winning.
was
Who cares?
snowy. It was snowy in
Yeah.
Berlin. And Lewandowski missed a penalty, which never happens, but it did today.
It's all good. He still has 24 goals right now. So
He's all right, He's actually a decent enough goal scorer.
Andre
I think we should
Silva
keep
has-
an eye out for him.
Andre Silva has
One
now
to
scored
watch.
8 goals in the Bundesliga in 2021, more than anybody else. Andre Silva, 8 goals in 2021.
There you go.
Braut Haaland still has 14 goals.
Leipzig are the only real title challengers that could potentially do anything,
That's stretching
but
it.
they're not going to.
And they're 7 points away, so
They did win 3-0 over Schalke. Sorry, Schalke, you lost again. Sucks to suck.
This is actually
I'd
getting
be
really
surprised.
concerning for Schalke.
Yeah.
No, it's
they
not.
won
They're
the
going
game,
down,
though, so it
Lucas.
doesn't matter.
They're 9 points
They
behind
are
the
100%
relegation
going
playoff
down.
spot. That is not good.
They're going down 100%. 100%.
Oh,
There's no turning Schalke around.
Yeah, no,
They're
they're fucked.
negative 37 goal differential. They've conceded 52 goals.
Lucas, it's beyond. Lucas, it's no longer concerning. They're fucked. They're going down.
They're down. They're down. They're down.
all right.
It's not happening for them.
Let's quickly
They're
mention.
not even gonna
So
climb
anyway.
into second last. They're done. They're in 20. They're at 18. Sorry, that's what I'm saying. So
Let's go to Italy.
Yes.
Because
yeah, I love some Serie A football.
Waz, are you getting a little nervous?
No.
You gonna take some pie to the face?
No.
The comeback is
Why
on.
would I?
Juventus are in great form.
Yeah, so we're Inter. Inter is pretty decent right now, too.
All right.
So
All
is it
right.
Milan. Milan won today. What's your point?
4-0.
Good for them. Milan and Inter are, of course, first and second. AC Milan on 49 points, 21 matches played. Inter Milan 47 points on 21. And Juventus on 42 with 20 games played. Of course, if you don't know what we're talking about, me and Wazin have a bit of a bet going on. If Juventus win Serie A, which I think it will happen, I get to put a pie in Waz's face. If any other Italian team wins Serie A, I will take a shot of ghost pepper hot sauce. So we'll see what happens.
It's a win-win
there.
for
I've
me.
noticed-
I don't give a
Right for
fuck.
that.
Liam,
It's a win-win for me.
I've noticed, Liam, you don't like change. You don't think Messi's gonna leave Barca when likely he will.
I don't think
You-
he
you
will.
don't think-
He will. He won't. It's
And
not
you think
likely.
you think Juventus will win, Serie A. You just don't want things to change.
I'm just
Be
more
optimistic.
realistic, I think, than you.
No.
I think
I
it's
don't live
more.
in some fantasy bubble bullshit world of happiness and rainbows. I live in. Cristiano Ronaldo will grab his old fucking team by the hair and pull him over and say, "We're gonna fucking win the goddamn Scudetto, and you don't like it, fuck off." And he'll go kick Zlatan in the face and say, "Fuck you, Zlatan. I am Italy."
That was
They're
very
boys
aggressive.
though.
Yeah,
Those two actually like each other, so I don't know if he'll do
they are.
that.
They respect greatness.
So of course Juventus did get a 2-0 victory over Roma. Roma hasn't really had a good time against big sides this season in Serie A, but they're still doing relatively
Greg's
well
not in
this
charge.
season. Inter
don't
Milan did
have,
get a 2-0 victory over Fiorentina. Like was mentioned, Milan got a 4-0 victory over Crotone. Atalanta, they've been in bad form. They were winning 3-0 over Torino. Then we had the big, in Canada we have a station, a TV channel called TSN. They would call this the TSN turning point.
TSN turning point. What was a turning point, Lucas?
Well, a ref called a foul for Belotti, and Atalanta were going mad. They were angry because they said that they didn't even touch him. So Belotti was like, okay, it's fine. He's like, I'm going to do the fair play thing. I didn't get fouled. I'm going to give you the ball. So he gave them the ball, and then after that, Torino scored 3 more goals and tied the game up.
Jesus.
Don't ever be nice. That's what Lucas just taught us a life lesson. Don't ever be nice.
Yeah, nice guys
Thank
finished
you,
last.
Lucas.
That's the opposite.
No, don't ever be nice. Don't ever give the ball away.
Belotti was being nice, and Torino went on and scored 3 more goals.
That you shouldn't be nice though. I mean, I get what you're saying. He was sportsman, and then they turned it around. I get what you're saying, but I say don't ever be nice. That's not worth it. take the loss. Be selfish.
Well,
But no, I mean,
All right.
Serie A is exciting this season because there's a bit of a title race going on. There's multiple teams involved. I think it's at this point a 3-horse race. I don't see Roma, Lazio, or Napoli catching up at all. AC Milan do they have the longevity to do it? Do they? I mean, can Zlatan keep up his good form?
Pocketed 4, so
It's Crotone,
Looking
let's be
aight.
real here.
hey, still.
But
Zlatan
But-
picked up 2 today.
can Zlatan keep up his form? Can Inter Milan keep pushing the way they are? I mean, I know they've had a couple not terrible results, but a bit shaky performances. We'll see how they can perform. And Juventus, can their experience? Oscar's on the 90th minute. Get him in here right now.
Do I actually
him
have to
in
get him
here.
in the 9th minute? He weighs like 500 fucking pounds, dude.
You're okay,
Yeah,
man.
he'll
It's
take-
good for TikTok.
well,
Yo, bro, come here.
Liam, mate.
Yes.
Liam, mate, run a roll here. Can we just...
yeah.
Continue. I'll just pick
I'll keep
no.
going. Don't you worry. Let's say, can the experience of Juventus and Cristiano Ronaldo get Juventus over the line?
Oh, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, we did mention him and AC Milan winning 4-0.
Oh, fuck.
And there's Oscar right there.
Say hi, dog. Say hi. Yeah. Hi.
Oscar's going to learn some
For our
Wave.
facts.
listeners, there is currently a dog.
You can explain what?
He's
good.
So, Oscar apparently kind of fell. The dog fell from Matt's arms to our
He
listeners.
fucked off.
Yeah, he left. He's a big lad, and he's gone now.
Big Ladson.
But I was going to mention with AC Milan winning 4-0, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, his goals, he's now net
500.
his 500th career club goal.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
500.
Not bad for his age.
Not bad for him.
90, That looks like a fucking mummy, bro.
Should we quickly mention Ligue 1? Because there's actually a big match today. PSG traveled to managerless Marseille, and they did win 2-0. Mbappe scored. He broke out his celebration because Mbappe tings. Dimitri Payet did get sent off in the 90th minute because, let's be honest, Dimitri Payet don't give no fucks. PSG are up to third now on 51. Lyon second on 52. And Lille first on 54.
My boys, Lille. I'm a Lille supporter for Ligue 1 right now. Jonathan
were
David
good.
got
They
a goal.
win.
Nice
They
goal
were
from
2-1
Jonathan David.
on
He's
Nantes.
starting to score more there as well. There was a bit of hype. People weren't sure would he do well, coming from the Belgian league.
People
and
were
he's starting to
trashing him
score.
in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They were trashing him.
It's
They're
like-
oh, he's not scoring goal. But if you watched Lille play during that time, you could see him getting involved with the play pretty well.
He was getting assists. He was linking up well. And guess what? This is why you give players a little bit of time. I know it's a weird concept to some football fans that a player needs time at a club
guys are
to start
so fucking
kicking
cringy.
things. You know,
My God.
I was gonna say your face was frightening.
we can piss
Leon
off.
did win 3-0 over Strasbourg as well, keeping them in that title race as well. But look, guys, we have a Ligue 1 title race going on. We have a Serie A title race going on. The Premier League's pretty much done. Whatever, I don't care. It's exciting from second till like 17th at this point. You never know. It's all wild.
Leicester.
We have a Bundesliga winner. Bayern Munich, congratulations. The rest of it's just shite. But you know.
And then we have the
And La
Champions League
Liga.
where
La Liga's great.
the Champions League
Champions
we don't really have a definite winner. Atletico could go on to win it. People have been asking us, what do you think? Man City, if they can actually break through,
Man
for
City's my
once,
favorites right
they
now.
can go far.
Hope they win it.
Are all
So-
right at the moment.
And I think City are getting at the right form at the right time for the Champions League. So that's coming up soon, a couple weeks.
That's coming up in
Champions League
February.
will
I mean, of course, we have to quickly recap. I'll go very, very quickly. The first match day, we see Barcelona host PSG. Wow, let's get ready for that one. We also have Leipzig hosting
I'm
Liverpool, which will
definitely
not
so
be in
excited.
Germany. Leipzig versus Liverpool will be in Hungary, it appears, because the German government said, "Nine, you cannot come into our country." We also got Porto versus Juventus and Sevilla hosting Dortmund. That's a bit of a stinky match day, but it's okay. Champions League. We also got Atletico Madrid hosting Chelsea. Chelsea are in good form, and Atletico are in great form. Lazio hosting Bayern Munich. Can Lazio take down Bayern? I doubt it, but you never know. We also got
Hope so.
Atalanta,
Be
Real
better.
Madrid, and Borussia Mönchengladbach, Manchester City.
Just want to mention some. Now, a lot of people, Man City Champions League, could it happen? Well, Pep Guardiola has just managed to He just managed the best streak of consecutive victories, 14, in his entire professional coaching career, 14 in a row.
So either they're hitting the right form at the right time, or
Yeah.
either they hit the form too early and it all falls
Yeah.
apart. But probably
And
not.
another quote from Pep
Turned
Guardiola.
purple too early.
On missing penalties. Maybe I'm going to think about Ederson taking it next time.
You've been saying that for so long.
He has, man.
There's a lot of fun
That
comment
first
here.
match day is going to be great.
I wrote
Barca,
a little bit,
PSG, and Leipzig, Liverpool. Great.
worried.
Random stuff here. John McGinn on Sean Deitch. Apparently, you've been in the Premier League for 6 seasons and you're still wearing the same shit coat. You big. I can't say on the podcast, but
Who said that?
it's
Fucking
it's
Johnny
not good.
McGinn.
Yeah.
How about John McGinn? Why would you say that? You're a nice man. Why are you yelling at Sean Dyche?
I don't think he's that nice.
Sean
But yeah,
Dyche
there's-
is an absolute legend.
But I also want to mention the Club World Cup. I know
Yeah.
it's a general thing not many
Upset.
people care about. But
Upset.
Yeah, upset. First ever Liga MX side to ever make it to the Club World Cup final. Tigres beat Copa Libertadores winners Palmeiras 1-0 goal by
Mr.
Big Mac.
Gignac.
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 Big
Mac, the
Man
Big
getting
Mac.
paid in diamonds.
There's no European team in the Club World Cup, right?
No, there's Bayern.
Yeah.
Bayern is still in it. I didn't really hear much
Is
of
it
them.
Bayern
so
versus
where are
Tigres?
they?
Oh, Bayern,
Oh,
has,
they're heading there now.
Bayern
aren't
have to
they?
play, yeah.
Bayern has to defeat
Oh, okay.
Al Ali, I believe, to
Oh,
reach
Oh,
the
fucking
final.
rest in peace. Oh,
I mean,
no.
I can
You
get the
never know,
quote
you
of
never
the
know.
manager.
Rip.
I hope that.
Dude, are you telling me they just have to run through a Mexican team at Al Ali to win the Club World Cup? Rip.
Give some respect to Tigres. They're a
Yeah,
good
give some
side.
respect
They've
to
been
them.
involved with this for a while.
This is
Actually,
I don't
funny
care
enough,
how
also,
good they are.
I heard.
I get you. I get you.
This
but
team
you
just
got-
this team just dicked my team 8-2.
Hey, man.
Rip.
you
In the
got a
last
point.
Club World Cup,
Lewandowski
Flamengo pushed Liverpool to
Has
the
24
distance.
goals right now in the
Yeah,
league
they'll
alone.
probably not play Lewandowski because they're going to say,
In the final,
let's
probably.
give him some time off.
Hello, hi. I also heard that the CONCACAF and the Copa Libertadores are coming
Rip.
together. Is that something true?
There's been many rumors, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I bet that'd be sick.
It's happened in
Give
the
it
past.
5 years. Canadian Premier League team's going all the way, boys.
I mean,
The CPL's gonna be on the map.
Montreal Impact got close that one year, but yeah.
Yeah, for the CONCACAF Champions League.
So-
But I just want to mention what the Al Ali coach said about playing Bayern. He said, to play Bayern, we are having fun. I mean, what do you expect out of us against Bayern?
Exactly.
We have got nothing to lose, but to have fun. A team that beat Barcelona 8-2. Who are we? We're just going to have fun.
Yeah, he knows he's fucked.
You have to. You have to just
Rip.
You can't have any like I don't know. You can't have any
Dude.
pressure. Just go and say, fuck it, we're playing Bayern. Let's just go. You want to have a 30-yard strike? Go nuts, big man.
And if Bayern do get the
Let's
victory
move
over
to questions.
Al-Ali, then yeah, it'll be Tigres versus Bayern in the final. And I mean, that would be biggest match in Tigres history potentially.
Yeah. Let's move into questions though, because there's some big old questions going on. Let's start with Instagram first before we get to TikTok.
I got a lot of Instagram questions. You got them, mate.
I've got some great ones, man.
Did you?
Because
I
our
put up
boy, yes, they're from the questions and thing. Our boy, Mr. Mama Baramba, he's come through and asked like 11 questions. Shout out to Mama Baramba because he's our number one guy in the live streams, it seems. Let's pick one of his. I mean, I'm not going to ask you the one that says, is Jurgen Klopp the right manager for Liverpool? I'm not going to ask that one because, yes, he is. Well, I can ask one about Liverpool. Should Liverpool sign Steven Gerrard as their next manager?
It depends what's going to look like in 2024, 2025. Is Steven Gerrard going to be a capable manager to keep Liverpool or take them to the top again? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he's going to develop. He's doing quite well with Rangers. I think he probably needs another job, at least in like a decent Premier League job before he gets to Liverpool, but I could very well be wrong.
I mean, if he goes from Rangers straight to Liverpool, it might keep his confidence pretty high, which is good for a manager. So, who knows? You don't want him to lose confidence before going to a Liverpool job.
I think it's kind of written in the stars that Gerrard comes and becomes the next Liverpool manager. He is doing very well in Scotland. He is. I mean, he's turned around a Rangers side who was being humiliated every single Old Firm to one that's now humiliating us in the league. And I mean that's down to him a lot, but it's also down to us being beyond
you guys are
shite.
Pissed.
We're so bad. I'll ask another one here. Who has the nicest stadium? It's a bit of a broad question, but I like it actually. I mean, what do you consider nice? Is it the actual look of the stadium?
Right,
is it
right now there's a lot of
energy?
nice stadiums in Qatar being developed, but if I'm
we
going
don't
to
talk
say
about
one
those.
from a club,
We're talking about some actual stadiums
Santiago,
that people want to go to.
The Santiago Bernabeu, that's nice.
I wouldn't include
It's
that
all right,
right
yeah.
now.
I think it looks
wouldn't
fantastic.
It's a good-looking stadium, but they're in the midst of renovating it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the new Tottenham Stadium needs a shout. It's a
Tottenham
gorgeous stadium.
I think, is
The
high
Allianz
up
Arena
there.
is really nice.
If you're into old-timey things,
Estadio
old-timey
Azteca is
things,
great.
the Old Trafford's quite nice.
La
Yeah.
Bombonera. I always think that's a cool stadium. The flat side.
The Maracana,
Yeah.
the first ever World Cup stadium.
The
let me
Rock.
get the name.
And the Wall. The Wall needs a shout. Hashtag
Wall.
90th Minute Pro Clubs. But also The Rock, Lucas.
Well,
The Rock.
the Rock is sick in Braga, but the Wall, apparently that stadium is not
sick
very
stadium.
good.
I'll
it
be
has a
honest.
wall.
A good shout. The Allianz Bayerns.
Yes, I
Yeah,
said
that's a
that.
beautiful
That's beautiful.
stadium.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I'm posting something on
Yo,
Instagram.
listen, I know.
My bad.
But I think
That's a fucking sick stadium. Ho, ho, ho.
Which one? The Rock?
The Braga one.
It's a great stadium. It's got a cliff on
It's
the one side.
literally
It's great.
only sick because of the cliff.
It's great.
The stadium itself is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But, like,
wait.
dude, that is so dope. Can't believe I've never seen this before. That's unreal.
What do you got,
Oh yeah,
Lucas?
the Estadio Centenario.
Who is that?
It's in Uruguay. It was the first World Cup final stadium.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the look of it. It's just like,
It's just a bowl.
yeah, it's like a bowl. I don't know. It's you don't really see stadiums like that in Europe, so I think
No.
Yeah.
You don't see
And-
stadiums like that anymore because they don't build them like that anymore. It looks old.
Next question, I'm going to say to Maddie. Has Ronald Koeman finally got Barca right?
I don't think it's a finished product. I don't think he's got the whole club right, but he's definitely gotten Griezmann's confidence back, which is nice to see. So, at this moment in time, he's doing a good job.
He has
Hopefully it's
seemingly
more
turned
than just
around a little
form,
bit, but I think the players are just kind of picked up their form at the moment.
Yeah. Because, yeah, we need to let him do his thing, but as of right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Especially from, again, players like Griezmann. Dembele's been very good. Messi is, Messi. We do need center backs. Ronaldo Rajo's pretty good though. But no, I like what I've seen from the team in recent games, and what I've seen from Ronald Koeman.
If you can keep Messi, they'll be happy.
I think honestly, the way this season's going, if this season keeps going the way it is right now, if we finish second, if we finish third, I think Messi will. If Messi will, it depends on what if Ronald Koeman stays next year, or if the money of course. If Xavi comes in, if we can somehow get our broke ass paws on Sergio Aguero, you never know. I think it's a higher chance he stays at this moment than leaves.
One question from Randy Comey. He asks, is there any chance Ward Prowse makes it onto the England squad?
No.
I think it'd be a good option to have, especially on the bench.
Maybe
He's
in the
really
bench
good
in
set
the
piece.
reserves, but we're talking like the squad. He's not making the starting lineup.
But he's had a good season. Great option to consider. I think Southgate, he's looking at everyone. I've seen him at multiple grounds. So, yeah,
He
he's
was at the
definitely
Liverpool
one.
game today looking at
Yeah.
Phil the Power Foden.
And
Boy,
I'm
he's
sure he's going to
fucking
pick him
form.
now. So
Yeah.
he's looking at that. He's like, fuck. Wow, okay. It is good.
Do you think Liverpool will bounce back from this terrible run of games?
I mean, Liverpool had bad run of forms in the club era before, when I think the years we were finishing in 4th place, we were having times, especially in January, February, where there was a poor run of form. And I just remember one year where we nearly got eliminated by Plymouth in the FA Cup.
Yeah, I remember that.
But we always bounce back from those. I know one of the years we bounced back and we defeated Manchester City in the Champions League and got 4th place on the final day of the season. So I think this is completely normal. I think hopefully this fixtures settle down just a little bit. Like, hopefully they calm down, because there has been a lot of fixtures. And I think if they do, Liverpool should be able to bounce back, put some good results. I think if we see Fabinho and Henderson back in the midfield, that will help us dearly, because it's nice to actually have your best midfielders playing midfield, not
In
defense.
midfield.
But I'm optimistic. I know it's tough right now. 3 losses at Anfield, first time since 1963 or something like that. But you can't be all doom and gloom. You have to just remain positive as you can, and hopefully things improve.
It's a turning point. They are out.
Do you support the Canadian national team? If so, what's your honest opinion on World Cup qualifying for the
I do not.
I do. I try to, especially.
Definitely
It's just
do,
hard to catch matches. They're all in one soccer, and there's nothing going on. But I don't know. The format for CONCACAF's always very strange. Do I think Canada can qualify for 2022? Definitely. I think the talent's the strongest it's ever been. Can John Herdman get the best out of this side? I see why not. As long as we don't have another Haiti performance, I think we'll be good. So
If they can find some consistency,
yeah.
then yeah. 100%. I know you're talking in the live stream that we have a new center back.
Yeah. Let me search him up real quick.
Jesus Ferreira, is that what you said?
Paco Ferreira?
Defender Ricardo Ferreira switches allegiance from Portugal to Canada. So, and he plays in I think the Liga NOS at the moment.
I know Kevin.
So
I know about CONCACAF qualifying. Kevin Acosta, our friend, he was talking about a bunch of CONCACAF nations other than the U.S. and Mexico were really deteriorating. Like, not much new talents coming through. The smaller nations, like Costa Rica's getting worse. Honduras is all right, but not really as good as maybe they once were. And Canada is starting to build some new talents and could potentially challenge the Big Two in the future. But
Mexico will be without their best player. Probably. Well, no, Jimenez will probably be back for.
they always have talent.
And they still have Chucky out here.
Yeah.
Fucking
Chucky
tearing up
out.
the Serie A.
Also, shout out to Keylor Navas, who won CONCACAF Player of the Decade. So.
Fair enough. He probably deserves that one.
Honestly, yeah. I can't name.
Okay, here we go. 3 more questions. Do you think the Netherlands can win the Euros or the World Cup soon? I will say definitely they've got great talent coming through. The likes of Virgil van Dijk, De Ligt, De Jong.
It's always
Quincy Promes, not really young.
It's always possible.
The Dutch will never win a trophy. I'm sorry.
I
it's
think
not
they
happening.
will eventually.
Liam, this is your
It's
your
written
narrative,
in the
Liam.
stars.
Liam, this is your
In
narrative.
the stars. Look at the stars, Wazzy. It's written there. The Dutch won't win.
And guess what? Leicester won the Premier League. Was that rich in the stars?
Even nobody doubted Leicester. It just wasn't supposed to happen.
Liam,
You're doubting the Dutch right now.
Don't.
Liam, I think you made a mistake there. Because you said the Dutch will never win anything, no trophy at all. They won the 1988 Euros.
That's nice. I'm saying from now on, they will never win anything. They've made so many different finals. They're not gonna win
I
any.
mean, they
think
made
it'll
like
happen
one
eventually.
final after that Euros.
Do I think it's more likely
mate,
France
Portugal
wins the
won the
next
Euro.
Shut
75?
Shut your mouth.
I
Shut
think it's
your
more
mouth.
likely that I think Portugal's got a better chance in the next few years than.
I agree.
I do agree, though. I do think Netherlands, they had some injuries to top strikers recently, so
And Van
that's
Dijk.
always been a problem for them. And also, they need to get a good coach because I don't think De Boer is the guy. He's never really had any success at club level, including at Ajax, where he like balled the league season on the last day. And I don't think he's gonna be the right guy to bring them to a European Championship or a World Cup final.
We never talked about Onana.
Plus, France is kind of good, and they're still
England's
getting
all right.
better.
Germany exists.
Like they just had a 16-year-old kid in Dortmund scoring goals. So I think they could run themselves a nice little dynasty because that team is fucked. That team is absolutely ridiculous.
Isn't he German?
Yes.
Isn't Mokoku German?
Lukaku?
Yeah.
French.
He's
Yeah.
German.
German.
He's German, but isn't he French?
No, he's German. He's from Africa. Originally born in Africa,
Oh, he's
but
from
moved
Africa?
to Germany when he was a kid.
They actually managed to get one. Never mind. Lukaku's safe.
All right, last question from Instagram. Ivan says, most underrated national team of all time.
Hungary in the, I think, 50s or 60s. They got to a World Cup
50s,
final during
60s,
that
yeah.
time. They also defeated England at Wembley at one point when people were going crazy about England and stuff like that. I think they have Puskás, Alberts as well, I think is his name, who are
Puskás,
Pretty-
yeah. They had a lot of good players.
yeah.
I was gonna say, like Yugoslavia or USSR was always so good. They don't get.
So it was like
recognition.
40 countries.
Poland in the
West
1970s and
Germany.
80s.
Yeah, West Germany.
I know we're signed biased, but that Polish team was pretty damn good in the 70s, 80s. There was even a German defender who thought Poland should have were the best team in the 1974 World Cup.
Another mention, I guess, Uruguay in the 2010s.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give a shout right now. Senegal. Senegal's looking good right now. Algeria.
I don't think Algeria or Senegal is like the most underrated of all time, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, but right now it's tough to say that there's no definite one, but
I think Hungary's a good shout actually.
yeah.
I think any of the Spain teams, aside from the teams they won with, are pretty underrated. They are choke artists, though.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
North Korea at the 1966 World Cup.
North Korea at any World Cup they've participated in, they've won all of them, no?
Yep.
They'll probably win the next one, too.
I think Lucas, Uruguay, I think is probably there because they haven't really won a tournament since the 1930s.
That
The
Ivory
first
Coast
one
team
ever,
with
but yeah.
Drogba and the Tourés was pretty sick.
Well, the thing about
I was
North
gonna
Korea,
say,
though.
Ivory Coast.
Thing about North Korea, though, they actually made the quarterfinals in the 1966 World Cup.
They did.
And
They
they were
did.
actually defeating Portugal 3-0 at one point after 22 minutes, but they ended up losing 5-3.
Don't worry. In the papers, it'll say they won 8.
There's a lot of options, but yeah, I'll give it to Uruguay. I mean, some people think they were quite rated, but yeah.
Well, people forget Uruguay's won a World Cup.
Well, yeah, I was talking more about the 2010s period where they
I know,
made the
but if we're like just
semifinals.
looking in general, no one really most people don't even know Uruguay's won the World Cup, so it's pretty underrated. That
Fair enough.
Here's one from TikTok. How about who is the best player who flopped for a country?
Fought for a country?
Flopped. Like
Flopped.
they
Flopped. It's like, wow, it's been much
like
like
yeah,
a
for example,
war
you
for the
know,
country.
they do great on the club stage,
Please-
but it doesn't really
please
translate
nobody
to
say
international.
Messi.
No, it's not
There's
Messi.
not much more that man could have fucking done.
mean,
Okay,
you-
Gonzalo.
Just yeah, keep going.
Gonzalo's a good one. That's the one we need. Oh my god.
Gonzalo. I mean, Messi will get the initial.
get the brunt of
oh,
everything."
Messi didn't cover. They didn't carry the team. Messi carries Argentina a lot. He's been very unlucky not to win. He's been in so many different finals, but Higuain is
Literally
being
fucks it every
shit.
single time he gets a chance
Shit.
to. Like and that guy, and all the times he's done it, he's been one of the best strikers in the world. So
The English golden generation who was supposed to take on world football and didn't win
yeah, they
anything.
fucked it too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know management
a
had a
good
lot of
team.
issues there, but
No,
I think the likes
I
of
know
Gerrard
there's a-
Lampard.
I know there was an
I think
interview
it-
with Rio Ferdinand and how he explained how the United players didn't talk to Liverpool or Chelsea
Yeah,
players.
and that's an issue.
They kept very there was no team. There was just kind of like individuals.
But then you see the likes of Spain where, Real Madrid players get along with Barca players. So it's a cultural thing, I think.
And it's worse with Spain, too, because that's the difference between Catalan and Spain itself.
Yeah,
so if they could do it, the
Yes.
England team had absolutely no excuse.
How about Ryan Giggs because he decided just to never play for Wales?
That's actually a good show, man. It's
He
really
was too busy banging his brother's wife. Fucking fraud.
Jesus, man. Favorite
grass.
Euros game. Oh, favorite Euros game.
What was that one where
England
Mario
versus
Balotelli
Iceland. England, Iceland.
Was it Italy versus Germany?
Italy, Germany, yeah.
Oh my god, Balotelli absolutely fucked them. Great. It was great. I will forever remember that game.
Lucas, I think
Balotelli was mad.
for us, I think for us it's pretty easy. It's got to be maybe Poland versus Switzerland.
I mean, that one was a tense game, man. Like,
Yeah.
Poland were winning that game, and then
I don't know, man. I remember it was Poland versus, was it Ukraine? That was one of my favorites because Kuba does a little ball roll, just goes top corner. I was like, oh my god! Blaszczykowski's a goat!
but
God, never Kuba, legend.
But another one from that Euros, though, Belgium versus Wales, where Wales defeated Belgium. I think that was a pretty good
true.
game from what I remembered.
It was a great game.
France, Germany, 2016 Euros. That was good.
There's been a lot of great Euros games. I mean, the
Euros are
competition
so
itself
fun
is
to watch.
brilliant.
Honestly, I can't wait. For
I mean, the
Euros.
2012 Euros were just so hyped.
Looking forward to
man.
Scotland. Looking forward to
Look forward
Scotland.
to see France win again. Yay, France.
Hey, man, if they don't win it, that makes it all the better.
I can't wait to see those people on the internet who know nothing about football, and they're like, "I hope Brazil wins the Euros."
I want England to win it. I hope to fuck, man. Please, boys.
What is the most unfair sacking?
There was one in Real Madrid. I don't remember who it was.
Del Bosque?
I don't know if it was Del Bosque. Yeah, he won everything
Yeah.
but fire because they needed a breath of fresh air. Lit.
I feel bad for guys like Roberto Di Matteo at Chelsea who just won the Champions League and get sacked, but it's understandable. But my heart forever, Leicester. Dilly ding dilly dong. It should not have happened. Mr. Claudio Ranieri, but he did. He deserves a sack.
Yeah. I think this one is actually undeserved because there was a point in Genoa. They first got Krzysztof Piątek, who was scoring all the goals in the world for them. Genoa were high up the table, like 5th, 6th, maybe even the top 4 at one point. It was still like 8-9 games in the season, but the owner of Genoa decided, after one bad result, he wasn't happy with the manager. The manager's name was Ballardini, and he's like, I'm pissed off with you after that result. You're sacked, even though they were that high up the table. Genoa ended up now became like a mid-table, lower-table club in that season. And now, in January, they brought back the guy.
Good. He's back.
How about the, I think it was for 2018 World Cup, the Spanish manager, who was in charge at the time? Just before the World Cup,
he
gets
deserved
sacked.
that. He deserved that.
Oh, okay. I
Fucking
wasn't too sure. That was
dumbass.
wild.
Just an idiot. Come on, man. Focus on job at hand, bro.
Bring up Real Madrid later. And Real Madrid lasts all of like 10 minutes.
And then he went on to be shit there. So god damn. Oh my god.
He's doing well now at Sevilla. What game were you really hyped up for, but it ended up being a letdown?
Man City versus Man United this
A
season.
lot of the things.
There's been a lot of games like that.
Most Premier League games, most big Premier League games this season.
Any game that Barcelona has subsequently fucked off, despite being 8-0 up. That was pretty disappointing.
I know.
I got one. Greece versus Poland, 2012 opener of the Euros. So hyped. It kicked things off so well. Lewandowski scored the opener. The stadium was going wild. Poland was going insane. And then Szczesny gets a red card, penalty, they score, and it's 1-1. And yeah.
I would say probably the last match in that group was as hyped up because Poland could qualify to the knockout stages in the tournament they were hosting, and they ended up losing to the Czech Republic.
I mean, the multiple of our streams ended 0-0.
Any game we stream, there you
Lucas,
go.
I guess-
Most disappointing.
I know.
Lucas,
Except for the 9-0 one.
Also, Lucas, back in Poland, all their matches in the 2018 World Cup. I remember it was, I think, before
All of them.
the opener. I had a dream of Poland doing well at the World Cup. I was so hyped, man. First World Cup since 2006, and I'm like, I'm so disappointed and hurt
I know.
beyond belief.
I know you guys. Some of you guys were really disappointed with the 2019 Champions League final because
Liverpool versus Spurs wasn't the best
That was a
final ever,
boring
but
fucking game.
it was big for
It was-
Liverpool, I guess.
but it was
Right?
a boring game. It really was just a shit game. Like,
It really was.
Okay.
Is there anything else we want to talk about, or? Okay. This has been a great podcast. It's been a great week in football. We've really enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning
I'm
in.
sorry,
if you
I
have
need to
made it this
mention
far.
one thing. I'm sorry. I wanted to bring this up earlier. I'm sorry that I didn't. But you know The Athletic, right?
yeah,
It pissed me off.
Oh,
They put out, it's a simple question, but a difficult answer. Is Tom Brady the greatest athlete of all time? And in this graphic, they have Serena Williams, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, one of the Olympians, and Michael Phelps. Right, because, European football doesn't exist. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't exist. Messi doesn't exist. Pele, Maradona.
I mean,
You
for
people,
me-
that is the most ignorant, arrogant, and most American question I've seen. Come on. That's
the greatest,
bullshit.
The greatest
I'm
athlete
sorry.
of all time, in my opinion, is Michael Phelps, but that's just me.
That's
Muhammad,
okay,
you know.
but
I
the
think he's the greatest
not
Olympian. But if we're talking about athletes,
Muhammad Ali.
Usain Bolt.
yeah.
I mean,
You
but
should be-
isn't the greatest Olympian therefore the greatest athlete?
No, because all he did is fucking swim.
But man, he can swim.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
he's
saying.
not saying
good.
he
I'm
couldn't.
saying.
I'm just saying
like,
that's all the fuck
the
he did.
man
to
can
totally
go.
ignore the biggest sport in the world by the Athletic. That's just shameful. That's disgusting.
I get what you mean.
No,
And yet
you
that's
guys
a
make
debate
great
that we could-
articles. You guys make great articles. You got great writers, but this is come on. The
That
bias
right there's
is
a
so
that
heavy.
right there's a question I would love to bring on to Twitch and have a full on Twitch conversation about that.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Get the chat involved. So you know what? Follow us on twitch.tv/90th minute. You might see something like that or
What a-
topics like that.
What a fucking
where we-
shameless plug.
Where we no, but it's a reality. We sit there for an hour, talk about different conversations, talk about different controversial opinions. I would love that. So you know what? Twitch.tv/90th minute. Like I was saying, if you have enjoyed this podcast, make sure you do hit like and subscribe. We're putting a weekly podcast, put lots of FIFA content out. So from the four of us here and Greg wherever he is, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching and listening. This has
You
been
know where
yet
Greg
another
is.
week in the
Our guy's at
beautiful
work.
game. We will see you next time.